or can I not? It's about health, and it's about health for a wide variety of communities. And one of the big things that I think a lot of people might know but not realize is that the maternal mortality rate for Black women especially is almost 3 times higher than that of white women. You take that into account, and you take into account how this is going to affect rights for transgender women, for intersex women. And I sort of want you to talk a little bit about how this decision affects these various communities.
We're reacting to what other people said, but I'm going to stop now.
No, I agree. There's so many thoughts going on in all of our minds, and I'm sure all of your minds too. You know, one of the things I was thinking about when you said that, Donna, about being attacked on Twitter for talking about people who menstruate, they are so purposeful in silencing the language that helps to educate and to bring us all into a community of care for each other, right? They're purposeful. They want to separate us and make these things feel like they're not about us, they're about other, right? And it's so important that we hold on to our inclusive language as a way to push back into community with each other, come into community and stay into community with each other, because we are only as strong as we're going to need to be to push back on these things if we are. And the other thought that I had about abortion is healthcare. Abortion is healthcare. Every time I tweet on anything to do with anything happening on reproductive rights, I always hashtag abortion is healthcare. And I think it's up to all of us to continue to normalize abortion as very much a part of our necessary health care that we've been entitled to, excuse me, for the last 50 years. And I think that coming forward with our stories is such an important way to do that. And you probably saw this last week when 5 very brave women came forward and shared their stories from their pregnancies that they needed to terminate for a variety of reasons, that they chose to terminate, that they saw as needing to access health care. And I know it was just a little sliver of why we seek abortion in our lives, but what was important about it was that they helped people who might think, I'll never have an abortion, I don't support abortion. It made them think, maybe I could see myself in that situation. And I think it's just really important that we continue to bring stories forward from people who are trans, from people who are non-binary, from people who are choosing abortion because they have children already and they absolutely cannot afford another child in their lives. Because when we make these stories particular, we also make them universal, right? And so I think that's a big part of the road ahead in what our organizing can and should look like. It's talking out loud about this and the challenges that are being created by virtue of it, and also reminding corporate America that when you decide you're going to come into a state like Texas, be forewarned that this is what you are exposing the people who work for you to, and be prepared to be a part of the fight and the solution. And I think we should all begin to make that demand on people who employ individuals in this state. We need you to be a part of making this state a welcoming place, not only for your employees, but for your consumers as well.